Coming up on today's video, Newcastle. Spectacular day today. Good to have horse racing back. But it's all about Newcastle, our tip, couple of races at that meeting, and one tip for tomorrow at Newcastle. And we'll have a wee look at a couple of races at Kempton as well. So coming up right after this. Guys, Dino here. Welcome back to my racing channel. Hope you're all keeping well, enjoying the weather, which I'm sure you all have, and staying safe, keeping that social distancing going. On to the video. In fact, before we go there, any new subscribers, let's subscribe to the channel. Let's hit that bell. You'll get all notification of all my videos when they come out. There's over 100 videos on this channel, all to do with horse racing. There's tips from long ago. You can watch all the videos. They're absolutely, as far as I'm concerned, top good quality videos, and there is loads of people looking at them. But you need to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You'll get all my videos. It's a good channel, an honest channel, and you'll enjoy it. Right, on to the video now. Who enjoyed Newcastle? I thought it was brilliant to have the horse racing back. You've probably seen how competitive. My goodness, it was so hard to get winners. So hard to get winners. I'm not saying that I backed every race, but there was probably about 5 races I put money on horses. And as I always say, ladies and gents, bet responsibly, as I always do. And I never came out with one winner. Not one winner. It was just so competitive. You try to work it out as best you possibly can, and then all of a sudden 20 to 1 shot wins it. So we'll look into the video and we'll go through the card, starting off with obviously my tip that I gave you, ladies and gents, yesterday. And here's the race. Now, at the beginning of yesterday's video, when we were speaking about this, we mentioned, I don't know why that's came up twice. There we go. We mentioned about Michael Stout's horses, anybody's horses. But if Michael Stout's horse, if it was fit, would it have a chance of winning? Yes, it would. Good Tidings, Gosden, if it had a chance, would it win? Would it have a chance of winning? Yes, it would. And obviously, Ice Pyramid, the one that I picked, if fit, would that have a chance? Yes, it would. And it's finished off 3/4 of the way right. Alanax came through and won it right in the line. Good Times and finished second, and a very disappointing run for Ice Pyramid. Which I must admit, I was really disappointed with the run. Really disappointed. It just sort of fell apart in the last furlong and a half. But it just shows you Michael Stout's horse fit, Good Tidings fit, and they two are well clear. So a good race, a couple of good horses in there to take out of it. Ice Pyramid, I'm going to put that down to it not being fit. That's all I can put it down to. It's not a bad horse. It didn't run bad the last time. Granted, it's coming up against a couple of better horses here, but it never ran bad the last time. It won by 5 lengths in a different type of race. But this one was obviously maybe just a wee bit too far for it, or it wasn't fit. So, yep, Stouts has won it, Alanac, and Good Times has finished second, Gosden's. So I would certainly take them into they'll probably go into maybe a listed race. They'll certainly go up in class, because this was a class 3, so I would think that they'll go up to a class 2, possibly class 1. So disappointing with that one. We'll go to the last 2 races, and this one here, the 540 at Newcastle. Frankly Darling, did everybody watch that? I would take it a lot of people have watched it, but Frankly Darling, Again, as I've always said to you, look at the sire, and the sire is obviously Frankel. And this horse here, running a Class 5, it's won by 5 lengths, could have won by 10 lengths, and this horse will definitely go into group company, in my opinion. So this is one for the notebook, frankly, darling. Very, very impressed with that today. Theban in second, again, Stout and Gosden, fit horses. Theban, yeah, I would put that in. That will probably be going close to group horses, I would have thought. But frankly, darling, definitely put that in the notebook. That horse will definitely be going places. And the last race, and the reason I'm bringing this up is what I've mentioned in a couple of videos back. Valerian Steel. Again, if you look at the sire for it, and the sire was Frankel, it's won again. And won very well. I know it says a neck there, but when you see it finishing, it's obviously going to go over longer trips. Gosden in third, again, fit horse. Maybe not 100%, but certainly close to it. So, again, check the sires. There's a lot of sires out, like your Delamies, Dancillis, you've got Frankel now, Galileos. You've got all these Frankels, and if these type of horses are in this, whatever horse's pedigree, you've got to take note of it, definitely. Alright, so that was today's racing, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Didn't get a winner, which is disappointing. Now, it's now 9:10 at night. You're probably saying, it's awfully late to put a video on. But I have checked through Newcastle's racing tomorrow and Kempton racing tomorrow, and I honestly, it's even more competitive tomorrow, because at Kempton there's a lot of maiden races, a lot of horses that haven't run, and if they have ran, they've only ran once, and that was last season, probably about 6 months ago. There's other horses in maiden races that haven't run at all, but again, you've got to go through their pedigree. But after racking my brains, after about 2.5 hours, I've came up with one, which is a tentative tip. This is a race at 3:05 at Newcastle. It's over 5 furlongs. It is a maiden stakes race for 2-year-olds, which again, 2-year-olds can be temperamental at times. And we don't know how good any of these horses are. You can go by the bettings, but the betting wise, they'll go by their pedigree. So again, these top 3, 4, 5, 6 horses probably got decent enough pedigrees. But the one I'm going to go with is this one, Mutasawed. Click on it and have a look at it. Now if you click on its sire and just check out its form. Look at its form. Group 1, first. Group 1, first. Group 1, first. Group 1, first. Group 1, 8th. Group 3, first. Group 1, third. Group 2, first. Incredible, cracking pedigree from the sire for this Mutazawed, and of course Dancilli, which is another great sire to have in its pedigree. So this is the one that I'm going to go with only because of its pedigree. It's all you can go on. The only small thing that puts me in doubt is it's on the sand. A lot of its sire ran on, it's all on turf. So that's the only doubt that I possibly maybe have, but it's a tentative tip. Tentative, because we don't know how good any of these horses are. It's done by Mark Johnson, Dean O'Neill, really good jockey. So that's going to be my tip for tomorrow. Mutasawed in the 3:05 at Newcastle. I've looked at the other ones at Kempton, and there's a couple of Class 2s there, but I'm going to let you have a look at it and show you. It's all runners E12, apart from this one, it's 10, and the top one. But look, there's a maiden race there. There's one maiden, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 maiden races, 5 maiden races tomorrow. It's incredibly tough, any day races. You've got Class 6s, 5s in there. But yeah, it's so tough, so tough. There's a lot of newcomers. Ryan Moore's at Kempton. He's got 2 or 3 mounts for Michael Stout, so I would check them out as well. Again, first runs, you don't know, you just need to check the pedigree. In fact, if we check this one, I think this is that's the first race tomorrow at Kempton. Maiden race. They have had a run. A couple there that have had 2 runs. But this is their first runs this season. So, Nashy, Ryan Moore, Michael Stout. Obviously we know Ryan Moore's with Ian O'Brien, but Ryan Moore was with Sir Michael Stout 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons ago and ran out a lot of winners with him. So he knows his horses. So Nashy, again, I would check that out and see how it is. There's another couple there as well. Frankie's out tomorrow with a Gosden one at Kempton as well. But it's incredibly hard. So tough. So I think you're probably going to have to give it a couple of weeks until a lot of the horses have had runs and just judge it from there. I mean, you've got Friday, Saturday and Sunday classics coming up. The only one I think, without even looking at it, that will probably win is Pinatubo. So, yeah, you probably need to give it a couple of weeks just to give a lot of horses runs and then take it from there. But the one that I've given you for tomorrow, as I said, tough races. There's another one here, Michael Stout, Dane O'Neill, 94 favourite, Lubaka. Again, if you look into its sire, good sires, it's got decent enough form. You just have to go through the card, and the card is just, whether it be at Newcastle, whether it be at Kempton, it's just so tough. But the one tentative tip I'm going to give you is this one. Mutasawed at the 305 at Newcastle, and we'll see how it goes. Sitting at 3-1 just now. Hopefully, crossed fingers, we can get a winner on the board. As I say, Ice Pyramid today was just so disappointing. But we'll see how this goes. Alright, so that's the video for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. Subscribers, big button. Hit the big button. Good channel. You'll get a lot of tips on here. And by the way, the Greyhound racing's back as well. It started tonight. So there'll be Greyhound tips as well coming onto the channel. So yeah, tip for tomorrow, Mutasawed in the 305 at Newcastle. Enjoy your day tomorrow at Newcastle and watching Kempton. And I hope you all get a lot of winners tomorrow. But please, bet sensibly. Alright, I will speak to yous today, / tomorrow. Speak soon. Bye-bye.